Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy JL Sports. A lot of things to cover in the NBA today, so let's just get it started. First things first, shout out to the Denver Nuggets. We became NBA champs. Shout out to Jokic, Malone, the whole coaching staff, Michael Porter, Christian Brown, Murray. Shout out to all them boys for going out and getting done. Jokic solidifies himself as a top 10 big now. Hate it or not, he's a top 10 big. Might be like 5 or 6 only you can put over him right now. Jamal Murray solidifies himself as a number 2. Malone solidifies himself as a winning coach, joining Pop and their exposures being some of the only few coaches don't win for their teams. For like, no, it's them three, the only 3 coaches that have been with the same team for like 5 or plus years, something like that. Excuse me, but yeah, shout out to Denver for my Miami Heat. It was rough to watch, but it was inevitable. Jokic in that offense, and yeah, we just couldn't score. They were bigger than us, and they were offensive rebounding. And yeah, it was a lot to overcome, but as an AC coming in with no expectations, I like my team. I liked how we fought. We were the only team to beat them at home, so took my head to Denver. Shout out to my team for doing what we can, but I don't know what we're gonna do going forward. I mean, I want a center. If it was me, I'm calling up the Pelicans and saying Kyle Lowry for Valanciunas. But as the draft went on yesterday, teams got their check day. They got their respective players. Pelicans drafted a point guard, but couple back to the trades. Chris Paul is now in Golden State, which is very weird because for someone as great as Chris Paul, he's becoming a journeyman now. Kind of unfortunate, but that's what injuries will do to you, no matter how talented you are. But he's still, I think his days of being a starting point guard are over. On a championship team, let me emphasize that. But him, Curry, oh yeah, Chris Paul got traded for Jordan Poole. So Jordan Poole is now in Washington, where he'll be able to do whatever he wants, low key. And Chris Paul backing up Curry. We're gonna look back at this one day like, dang, that was a crazy tandem as a backcourt. Not a backcourt, but a backup and starting role. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see 3 guard lineups because I don't think Curry or Clay has played with someone as good as Chris Paul. No knocking on Draymond. Draymond is a great distributor. He knows the game, sound defender, and playmaker. So no offense on him, but Chris Paul is a point guard for a reason. Trying to think what else. The draft. Texas as a whole won. In my opinion. Wemby going to the Spurs, generational. The Houston getting Armin Thomas, and Whitmore. Whitmore dropping like that was very interesting, but they said he had a bad combine and meeting, so Houston getting them two, and then Dallas getting the boy from. They got 2 centers, I think. Yeah, no, they just traded for Richard Holmes today, and they also got the big center from Duke. I forgot his name, but they also got Lucas, some young talent around, and that was alright. You know what I'm saying? For my Heat, we drafted a kid from UCLA. He looks like he's part of the Heat culture. He hustles, dives with the ball. He has that grit that we love in Miami. So hopefully, we picked him up. Imani Bates went to the Cavs. That was very interesting. We're gonna see how that plays out. I'm happy to see he got an opportunity. Who else? Who else? Scoot, the Blazers situation. So since Scoot just got drafted to the Blazers, Dame got to go. I'm so sorry. Now don't get me wrong. The most we're doing is Dame, I guess, starts and he comes off the bench, but not and Scoot comes off the bench until like the trade deadline. But other than that, yeah, Dane got to go. We're starting over with Simons, Sharp, and Scoot. You know, not too huge on Brandon Miller. Hopefully, he proves me wrong. I just see a lot of he has to get like the same thing, the same problem people say with Victor. Like he has to get bigger and feel the same way with Brandon Miller. He has to get bigger. He has to be able to. He's not the fastest, so on defense he's gonna get picked on a lot, in my opinion. But congratulating to them boys for getting drafted, you know. But yeah, man, we're about to get some more trades. You know, I'm about to get back, you know, active on here. You know, crazy to think that there's no off season. Like, I feel like the NBA season just ended, and here we are, the draft and trades are happening, and you know we're about to get summer league in a couple weeks, so we will see. But till next time, peace, love, and hair grease. Y'all like, share, subscribe, man.